What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Granny Talks. I'd like to welcome you in if this is your first time here. Here I like to talk about my weight loss journey, lifestyles, life changes. So this conversation can actually turn into a lot of things. Recently, I've been doing the carnivore diet, and I find that this diet is very, very, very beneficial. It has helped me a lot. I have a lot more energy. Now, I had quite a bit of energy before. However, with the carnivore diet, it seems like I just have energy just flowing through my body constantly. And I really, really do like this. I've been able to do a lot more packing. Before, I had a lot of body aches. So I sat down a lot because it actually hurt to do a lot of the packing and stuff that I was doing. As I'm talking with you tonight, I'm going to be exercising and just adding to my steps and my body movement. I do this a lot of times. I exercise in bed a lot of times in the morning before I get up. I like to do a lot of stretching. It helps a lot. And you can add in whatever kind of exercise works best for you. Whew. When you're doing exercise, do exercise that is going to be beneficial for you, and also that is really going to make you work some of those body parts. Because you're doing the exercise because you want to have movement in your body parts. Movement is like oiling your bones. Movement is like oiling your bones. You can do movement to get you going in the morning. It helps a lot. And you can do whatever kind of exercise, like I said, that you like to do. Whatever works for you. Stretching. You can do your sit-ups. The carnivore diet, it's an elimination diet. It's a diet where you can eliminate, you take out all foods except for meats. Make meats your baseline. It's going to be, your baseline is going to be your meats on the carnivore diet. And I have my notes, so I'm going to be using them. A lot of people always talk about when they get ready to start a diet, all they usually hear about are the things that they cannot eat. What I do try to do a lot on my channel is I try to talk about things that people can eat and show them the foods that they can eat and some different ways that they can fix their food. You may not agree with the way that I eat, but that's okay. As long as you stick to the guidelines and follow your diet, then however you make your foods, it's quite all right. Before we get any more offered to this video, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos as I put them out. So exactly what is the carnivore diet? The carnivore diet is an all meat diet and it focuses on consuming animal-based products. It's a diet that's very restrictive. It eliminates almost all foods except for meats. You can eat some eggs, a little bit of dairy. Some people leave the dairy out, and use butter, beef, those different type of things. The idea of the carnivore diet is to eliminate all plant-based foods, all vegetables, fruits, and you just want to focus on high quality grass-fed meats. And as far as the meat, you can eat all kind of meats. You can eat bison, you can eat beef, you can eat pork, you can eat fish, you can eat fowl, you can eat deer. Any type of meat that you can cook and eat is allowed on the carnivore diet. Some of the meats that you can eat, like I said, are beef, you can eat lamb, and a lot of the other red meats on this diet. You want to make sure that you're choosing grass-fed and high-quality meats and and organic food as much as possible. But you can also eat the regular meats or eat meats that you can afford. Just try to get the best quality and do carnivore. You can use chicken, you can use ham, you can use turkey. If you're going to use these kind of meats, you also want to see if you can get it organic and free range, are some good options as far as buying the chicken and the turkey, some of the other poultry items to add into the carnivore diet. I bought chicken the other day and I got free range chicken because I felt like that was better. I couldn't afford anything else, so that's what I got was the free range. Fish. As far as fish, I like salmon. I like orange roughy. But you can eat fatty fish. On fish, you can have things like salmon. You can have cod. You can have sardines. A lot of people, they love the sardines. You can have mackerel. You can have rudiment meats like the deer, bison, all of those wild type meats that people like to eat. If you eat rabbit, squirrel, you can have those type of things also on the carnivore diet. The wild game, that's allowed also on the carnivore diet. Eggs can be cooked in many, many ways, and you can have almost any type of egg. Chicken eggs, duck eggs, all of those different type of things are allowed on the carnivore diet. When you're cooking, you're going to be using animal fats, and also you can use animal fats to season your foods like butter. You can use lard, you can use ghee, but you want to just make sure that they are animal fats, and these are going to add flavor to the foods that you are cooking. That's why you see people cooking butter and the lard and the tallow. I like to use a lot of bacon grease. I have a container, but after I make my bacon, I pour the grease in my container, and I use that to cook and to season my foods with. And a lot of the time when I'm making my beef, my hamburger patties, I don't even have to add any type of an oil because I buy the fatty version of the meat, so it makes its own oil. I use bone broth. I make bone broth from chicken. I make bone broth from different bones, eggshells, and everything. I'll put them in a bag, put them up in the refrigerator. Then when I want to make a bone broth, I will put my bones in my crock pot, and I will add things like seasoned thyme, rosemary, um, and I will let this just cook and boil all day. Sometimes I will add in some chicken to this because chicken gives it a good taste and it makes it into a good gelatinous broth also. Bone broth is very, very good for you. It's full of nutrients. It has lots of collagen. What I especially like to do if you're eating something like chicken or you're eating bone and it's got cartilage on it, go ahead and eat that cartilage. That is some of the best collagen that you can get is by eating the cartilage from the bone. Bone broth is a great addition. It's a good thing that you can have on the ketogenic diet and having it with your meals and everything. It makes it really, really good. It makes your meal taste good. And plus, you have something delicious to sip on while you are eating your meal or to sip on through the day. A lot of people like to eat organ meats. Organ meats like liver, the heart, the gizzard, and other organ meats um, have lots of good vitamins and minerals in them. And you can eat these also on the carnivore diet. I'm planning on adding in some liver to my carnivore diet because I haven't had liver in a while, but I feel like eating some would be very, very good. I used to love liver and onion, smothered in onions with a little bit of gravy. So I know that I can make me some liver and enjoy it. I may have to put some type of sauce or something on there, I don't know. But I am going to add liver into my diet as far as an organ meat. Now, you can also have things like cheese. When I'm making my dishes sometimes, like I'll make some egg and cheese chaffles. Those are carnivores. You can have eggs and cheese. I just put those two things together and I'll make some chaffles. You can season them like you want. And with that, I'll have my eggs, I'll have my bacon or my sausage. Um, I use mustard a lot on my foods, and that's allowed. Some of the things that you have to avoid on the carnivore diet, of course, you know that you are avoiding all fruits and vegetables. If this is a carnivore diet, it is strictly animal-based, meat-based, and so all fruits and vegetables are off limits. They are not allowed at all on the carnivore diet. That means no strawberries, no raspberries, blueberries like you would do on keto. None of that is allowed on the carnivore diet. Carnivore diet, strictly animal-based diet, meat-based diet. A lot of people who do carnivore, they just basically eat meat and water, meat and water. And they say that they do have some really good results when they are doing that and that they really feel their best when they just basically having meat and water. Now, that would be very, very hard for me to do. So that's not something that I'm attempting to do. Just have meat and water. I am having meat and I am eating any type of meat that I want to eat. Also, I'm having cheese if I want to add cheese in my meal or to my meal, and that includes like cottage cheese, cream cheese, and then the various other cheeses. Also, I'm having dairy, like I use the heavy cream to cook, cream cheese and cottage cheese mainly. So I like to use gelatin, so I've been using like sugar-free Jello because it has a little. You also want to avoid bread and pasta. You want to avoid rice and any of the other grain-based foods and grain-based products. Grains not allowed on the ketogenic diet, nor are nuts. You can't have things such as beans, lentils, and other legumes are not allowed on the carnivore diet. And that means things such as the snap peas, um, green beans, no fruits or vegetables, no nuts, no seeds. These plant-based products of fat and protein are not permitted. When I first started that first week, I was eating nuts, adding in pecans, like between my meal, until someone finally told me, um, Granny, nuts are not carnivore. So no, nuts are not carnivore, so you cannot have those on the carnivore diet. Now, as far as dairy products, like I said, some people who do carnivore allow dairy products and some don't. And like I said, I'm having like the cheese and heavy cream. Those will be most of the type of dairy products that I will be using and adding in. So I've used a couple of things as far as dairy. They haven't upset my stomach or anything. Haven't developed diarrhea or anything from eating these foods. So those are foods that I will keep in my carnivore diet. You want to make sure that you're avoiding processed foods and processed meats, because processed meats have carbs in them, like the hot dogs, the belly meat, shaved ham, different things like that. They will usually add sweeteners to them, preservatives, and a lot of artificial ingredients. So you want to make sure that you avoid the processed meats. Occasionally you will see me having processed meats like hot link or something to that nature. But if you do eat that type of thing, make sure you don't do it on the regular, because you're just going to be adding in a lot of extra bad additives that they put in those foods. You want to avoid sugars, and you want to avoid sweeteners, all forms of sugar, including honey, agave, maple syrup. None of these are allowed on the carnivore diet. No sweeteners. You want to avoid your monk fruits. All of those things you want to avoid on the carnivore diet. And I just thought about it. I said, I really haven't had any cravings too much for sweets. So that is good. Doing the carnivore does help to control that a lot. Make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Water is really going to be the best thing for you to drink. That way you don't have to remember about what you can drink. Some people do black coffee, some don't. And then the unsweetened teas, you want to make sure that you avoid sodas. That includes the diet sodas, the fruit juices, and you really want to avoid alcohol. What you want to remember and know that the carnivore diet, like I said, it is a very restrictive diet. You can say that it is hard to do, because just eating meat can be hard to do, and trying to eat enough meat to get in enough protein. When you're first starting off, that is hard to do. It was hard for me to start getting in enough protein to make sure that I was meeting that protein goal. So I'm still working on that. But what I am doing, I am just eating until I am satiated. I am just eating until I feel full. I'm not stuffing myself. And I'm not trying to get in like 2 meals. If I don't feel like 2 meals, then I just have one. Before you do any diet, make sure that you consult with a professional. Make sure that you go to your doctor to let them know what you're doing, especially if you're on medication. Make sure that it is okay for you to do this type of diet, because it's so limiting to limit your food So you want to make sure that it's not going to interfere with any of your medications. The carnivore diet can be suitable for a lot of certain individuals. So I hope I've given you some good information as far as some of the foods that you can and cannot eat on the carnivore diet. And I think it's really pretty easy, because if you just remember that you can eat any kind of meat, avoid processed meat, drink plenty of water. If you need to supplement, make sure that you have the correct supplements, getting in your electrolytes. You're going to feel energetic when you first start the carnivore diet, at least I did. And then a few days later, my energy kind of left me, then it came back. So that's something that you can expect also. For me, around the third and the fourth day, that was when I started having problems with my stomach. And that was just with fiber leaving my body, is how I felt. And it didn't last long, and my bowel movements have been great since that time. So anyhow, just wanted to give you that little bit of information about the carnivore diet. If this is something that you decide to do, I want you to know that it has some great, great benefits. Your skin clears up, it looks so beautiful. You're going to feel great. I started sleeping 7 to 8 hours after just a few days on the carnivore diet, and that is such a great, great benefit to me. Anyhow, this is Keto Granny saying good night. I'm get ready to go to sleep now. Talk to you tomorrow.
So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do. That way you won't miss any videos that I share or I upload, or you won't miss any of my journey as I work to get this last 50 to 60 pounds off of my body. And you can also learn, and I can also learn. We can help one another. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, share, and be sure to comment below so that I know if you're watching my videos, if you like these type of videos, and then also give me information to help me be better. This is Keto Granny saying make sure you subscribe, and see you later. Bye-bye.